Hello, fellow Factorians. Welcome back to my Pyanodons challenge run. I am starting a new tradition on this channel. That's the sped up fix-it time, where I will zoom through my base and find all the mistakes that I catch when I'm looking at my base between episodes. I don't actually skip any time. I just look at it running for a bit and then go back to the save that I left myself. Anyway, I found more than average, I think, from the previous YOLOing. So rather than make you watch all of it, I'm just going to describe what I'm doing real quick in a voiceover and then get on with the meat of the episode. So I had to fix that copper build. The copper build was backing up because it was not pulling off the belts properly. I had a major mistake where I was letting soot go through into the coal dust that I was trying to burn up. So that was blocking off a bunch of systems. The coal dust wasn't sufficiently getting voided because I wasn't using enough power. So I'm going to make a dedicated coal dust voiding. And finally, the concrete build was backing up because the concrete was not pulling enough steel off. So the steel was blocking, which blocked the lime, which blocked everything else. And yeah, so I'm just going to fix that and pull the steel closer to the mall so that I have access to a bunch of steel whenever I need it. Anyway, back to the meat of the video. Okay, so I've just wrapped up on some base maintenance that I've fast forwarded through, hopefully, and past me or future editing me will tell you about what I've been doing. But I want to get on to the meat and potatoes of what we're going to do today, which is to start on a larger build. And the larger build that I want to do is going to be a much larger power system. So I'm going to need to build a massive number of miners. I'm going to need to build a massive number of boilers and a lot of solid separators, but for the most part, I'm going to be using this giant rock hole patch over here to produce at least another 100 megawatts of power. Now, most of that you've seen before, so I'm going to skip through quite a bit of this, and hopefully, yeah, you'll see what happens when we have to face the challenge of the actual 300x tech multiplier. First, though, I need to collect a bunch of resources and start turning out the precursors to that. So that's why I was doing all that base maintenance. I just want things to be running a little bit better down here. And hopefully things, yeah, it's looking better. Okay, so I'm going to start building stuff, and I'll catch you when I head over there. Okay, I think I've got most of what I needed. We'll just grab a few more materials. Also, I reached a milestone of clearing out all the buffered ash that or at least getting it ready to be cleared out. All those boxes are gone, which I'm very happy about. I think I will be putting down maybe 20-ish new mining lines, so that's where those are going. All these miners are going to go. I'm also very happy to see that my refined concrete, after a few tweaks, is now slowly chugging along, and I will stick down pathway because I expect I'll be running back and forth between my mall and that giant coal patch that I've found over there to the west quite often. Is this it? No, that's rare earth minerals. Very hard to tell with some of these black well, actually, with some of the various colored patches. This is coal. That's rare earth minerals. That probably won't be touched for decades. This will be used up right away. Okay, so let me start putting down some miners. I'm going to use the same pattern as before. There are some weaknesses to this pattern. It's definitely not the most possible bulletproof thing. But on the other hand, I can get safety through redundancy with this thing, so I'm just maybe going to put down more than I actually need. Not really mineable. I want to do this. Okay. Kind of a large but awkward patch. I'll sort out dealing with it. And then build it off screen. I think I might be able to jump these over quite a few. Yeah. I just want to get the most I can out of this patch. It's got 300 million rock hole in it, so it's going to last a pretty long time, even if I'm draining, let's say, 12 lines, which 12 lines is actually more than 300 coal per second, because some of the coal is getting reused by the miners themselves to power themselves. But still a very large amount of rock coal. Okay, so hopefully by the time these things start running dry, I will have electric miners. Yeah, 300 million rock coal, and I'm worried that I won't be able to reach electric miners before this patch is run dry. That's the world that we live in. So that said, this looks like a glorious mess, and I'm pretty happy with it. Some people might not be, but it's my mess, and therefore I will take joy in it. Okay. I'm going to build this nonsense, and then you can rejoin me probably in about half an hour of my time and 3 seconds of yours. Well, maybe 20 seconds. All right, see you in a bit. And that's me about halfway done. Took 13 minutes, so my 30-minute estimate might be pretty accurate. I need to go grab some more resources and go back to the salt mines over there. But it's going pretty well. I'm getting faster at it. I did figure out that issue that I was having with adjusting the inserter positions. It was just a skill issue. I needed to mandatory force build them rather than just force building them. Control shift paste rather than control paste or shift paste. I don't know. I think at this point my Factorio, half of it is muscle memory, which may sound great, but is a sad commentary on my life instead. Okay, I'm going to go back to building, getting some more resources going, and yeah, join you in a bit. All right, heading back for a few more resources, running low on inserters. I feel like I'm getting the true factory experience, not in the sense that I'm getting better at automating, but in the sense that I am developing my manual labor skills, tightening up my ability to place items, deciding whether it is better to hit R now and turn the belt, or whether I should find some other belt to place that's already in the correct direction. Yes, these are the things that Factorio teaches you when you're playing at this kind of scale. And it also gave me time to come up with that sort of dumb joke. So, win-win-win. Overall, though, I'm almost done. I just need to get my inserters going. And, yeah. Okay, I will join you when this thing is actually complete. Okay, I think I mostly have everything done. That last little bit was me running around and making sure that for each of these 6 stacks, I have one ash belt output that's going to be fed. It's going to be an almost full ash output. Not quite full, but close. So because that perfectly ratioed out, that tells me that I should have 24 stacks here, although some of them are a little bit shorter than others. I was a little bit zealous about using up the space when I shouldn't have been because it interrupted the blueprint. Let's see, that's 234 miners. And I've done everything right. I should be able to kick off all of these guys by putting in one piece of coal. And then promptly watching them all stop because they're not feeding anything. This would be a perfect time to have even distribution, but I didn't put it in because it felt like it was slightly unnecessary. Well, maybe I was wrong. I do want to watch to make sure that I've not screwed up anything here. Oh, I don't mean watch to make sure that I haven't screwed up everything. Watch to see where I have screwed up, since pretty much invariably I will have done something wrong. However, if I added raw coal to each of these and all the Durblinken lights stop, it will at least mean that I probably have not screwed things up too badly. Okay. A little bit more down here. See, there's a missing inserter. Actually, I should run this over and see how many missing inserters. 7. 7 missing inserters. Let's go find all of these. One right here. That's a problematic one. I'm also suddenly realizing that instead of watching me gloriously build this thing and just fast forwarding through that, I'm instead making you watch me gloriously fix my mistakes. Possibly not the best strategy. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I guess I just maybe forgot to feed you raw coal. Did that happen? Okay, look for more mistakes. Those are not a problem. Oh, that's not really a problem either. Okay. So yeah, looks pretty good. All right, so with that done, the other half of what I wanted to get done today was to build a bunch of boilers and get at least 100 megawatts of steam going. I'm going to head back, go grab resources. By the way, it turns out that even with all that iron production, I'm running short, so some future me will probably need to expand iron production again. But at least for this level of building, I'm pretty close to where I want to be. Oh, grab pipes for this. So yeah, You've seen the boiler build that I use for this setup, so I think I will not force you to watch this part either. Okay, be back in a bit. So back to the grind, spotted some more problems with my base. Turns out I did not have enough solid separator capacity at one point. That's okay. I will show you at least how I plan to lay these out, or how I think I plan to lay them out. Okay, so that'll be a total of 28 boilers feeding one central steam line. Replicate that only 3 times. Am I blocking up here? Is this a useful zinc? No. Zinc I won't need too much of in the future. Okay, so that's what I'm going to plan to build. That's 12 lines of raw coal coming in, so half of what I've currently built. I will definitely find a use for the rest of that, but yeah, I'm going to go start building this. Be back soon. Okay, I think that's the halfway mark of this build. Also, this blinking light for the engine finished is annoying me, so I'm going to pick my next research. I will probably find out that there was one more cheap research, but for now, I will forget that minor mistake. Leave that to the side. I think I put enough automation packs in to get it done anyway. Let's see. Got plenty of pipes, not enough undergrounds. So, yeah, definitely way not enough inserters, not enough belts. I think I've got enough steam engines for now, so I'm just gonna temporarily limit those and hope to remember to come back and fix that. See how my iron is running. I did run out of my first iron mine. Surprising. Oh, I'm still having problems with too much ash buildup. That might be a buffering issue because I just put in and doubled this not too long ago. Let's take some ash out. I am pleased that these boxes are getting emptier and emptier by the moment. I'll be able to steal back this solid separator and put it to better uses. Just be that I've somehow forgotten to build half of this. Oh no, it's that I do not have enough inserters up here. That's easy to fix. I guess I will put in one more compensatory miner here to deal with this issue. Although you're going to have to be a little bit janky. Okay, well that will temporarily solve the problem, and I have a much better long-term fix in mind. So, for the moment, my iron is running okay-ish, not perfect, because there's still some that is not quite getting through. This is perfectly ratioed. If this was a full belt, all of these jaw crushers would be continuously running. It's not a full belt, and therefore they are not continuously running. That said, hopefully I've talked enough and wasted enough time to collect enough resources to run back there and get finished, get close to finished, something like that. currently most of the way done with that build. I'm just goofing around with a water line to make it slightly more aesthetically pleasing, at least for me. But that it now doesn't line up. Yeah. So yeah, I'm mostly just goofing around here because I know that I need to get a little bit more iron to build inserters, and that's probably not even close to done yet on the mall side. The mall is adequate. I'm not going to say it's great. I could work on building a little bit more iron here, but as I said before, I have another plan in mind for more iron, and it's going to be done when I get my automation science done. And I don't feel like it's worth working on it right yet. So that said, feel earlier so I can focus it on the task at hand rather than letting my mall, which is useful but kind of like builds up the wrong thing first, letting that happen. And the wrong thing in this case is I need inserters. I need a lot more inserters and some more belts. So I can force myself to do that part. So I'm going to finish that up and be back real quick. Oh, wait, no, sorry. There's one more thing I wanted to talk about. Tar processing finished. The reason I forget about tar processing is because to do it, you're going to crack a bunch of stuff, and you're going to need to make creosote, among a bunch of other chemicals. Now, the other chemicals, you can burn all of them. So right now, I could put them into glassworks and get rid of them sort of at the cost of piling up a massive amount of glass. Can't get rid of the creosote. It doesn't burn, as far as I remember. Maybe I should double check this because it's been a while. Yeah, there's no fuel value for creosote. So until I can get creosote, I can't use that. And the creosote is one of the expensive recipes. So that's where we're heading next in the future. But for right now, I can't do it. So I will have to just kind of ignore that tar cracking stuff until I can. All right, so I piled up a few inserters. I'm going to go back and see if it's enough. Okay, so I'm still not quite done. I need more solid separators. I need to hook up my steam to a little bit more coal. Mostly got it all hooked up. I just need to switch a couple lines around. And then I have one more piece to finish for this build, and that's going to be solid separation. There's going to be a massive tidal wave of ash coming out of this system, and if I don't deal with it, well, that's just going to be a nightmare for me. Fortunately, I have been building a lot of steel, which is the big problem with ash separation. I'm not building willy-nilly here, but I like seeing the coal flow through. So solid separation build will mostly look like what I'd done before, I think. Let's see. Start them out here, give me a little bit of space. Something like that. And these use up belts. I'm going to have to go grab more inserters for them shortly, but yeah, I'm just going to plan them out here real quick. Let you watch a little bit of building. I mean, it is a Factorio video, so it'd be kind of silly to have no building on screen whatsoever. actually find this portion of the game kind of zen. Not Melon, the developer of Hard Mode, talks about playing Hard Mode or Pyanodons in general as a Zen garden experience where you're just figuring out what plant needs to grow and making it happen. Although not too many Zen gardens require a recursive matrix solver to sort out what items the plants. Push this down here, actually. What items the plants are producing that need to be consumed so that other plants don't get jammed up. That's not quite the Zen garden that I think most people imagine. That's not great. I want to at least do this. I think I'll pull at least one ash line through the middle here, so there will be one more coming out somewhere here. If I'm doing that, I should make it a tiny bit prettier so all of my solid separators line up. Will I pull a second ash line through there? Yep, I probably will. Let's put... There will be another one coming out here. Then these two can head north. Oops. And I'm out of belt. That was what I was waiting for. So yeah, I wanted to do a little bit while I wait for more inserters to get manufactured, or at least more iron to get captured so that I can make inserters myself. Okay. So I will go run off and go back to compressed time. Okay then, so after that long building process, I have what amounts to 24 dedicated, what are they called? Well, 24 solid separators to deal with a total of 16 lines of ash. I'm going to need to deal with soot separation next, and I think I will also set up my steam boiler someplace. I know I've mentioned that I'm done, but it seems like I'm not actually done. So let me set up some steam boilers somewhere. This is yet again going to be something that you've seen before. Let me see. I will do this pattern. I don't think I've got a blueprint of this, so I'm just gonna copy this on the fly somewhere. Let's turn that into a temporary blueprint. Snap to grid, create. Then yeah, where do I want to put this? I mean, the game is telling me down here is the right spot, and I'm not actually averse to that. Since I don't have anything specific that I feel like is going to go down here, yeah, let's just put in, I don't know, that much. Plan ahead or a lot more. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, I won't be able to build all of that right off the bat, and obviously I don't actually need that much power right this second, because all it's going to be running is those solid separators. I am going to try and keep my my science production power and basically the base power separated from my starter bootstrap base power, just because I think my starter bootstrap base is going to have constant adjustments happening and therefore cause me constant problems, whereas this base, once it's designed, hopefully will be much less problematic. Okay, anyway, I'm going to build this. I'm going to look for a good wrapping up spot for the episode pretty soon. I do have to deal with the soot separation, and I'm not sure if I feel like doing that right now. Also, I think I might do that actually at the starter base, not because... I mean, I guess just went through a long speech about how I'm going to try and keep those two separate. But on the other hand, being too religious about that is both not my style and also, I think, not productive. There's going to be a lot of, like zinc and lead and other stuff coming from soot separation that I don't have a plan for, or I mean, I don't have a way to deal with them at all right now. So to actually deal with that, I will just be putting it in boxes, and if it's not going to be dealt with in a concrete manner that is long-term stable, I might as well put it in the bootstrap base where I'm going to be running back and forth and seeing that the boxes are filling up and hopefully doing something to deal with them. Like, adding more boxes to put things away into. Eventually, I will obviously have a way to solve those problems, but not for now. So let me do this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so steam power is going. That's great. While I was dealing with that, I was thinking about what I want to do for solid separation. I think what I'm going to do is, let's see, or soot separation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to separate out the soot as it flows past through here. That I need to take all the coal dust and iron oxide, send it someplace else. But yeah, I think I will separate the soot out here because it just compacts the materials more. And it's kind of convenient to put it right here. And also because I get to use my you shall not pass gate one more time. One more of these. One soot separator can handle the output of 10 10 ash separators, so that should be plenty. Then we're going to take this output. I think we can pre-sort it, so I will use filter to grab off the coal dust. Oh, no, sorry. The coal dust is on the other line. This will all just be ores, yeah. Ores will be coming someplace else. But right now I will just put them onto a belt. I don't want to deal with this quite yet. So into a box you go, but this will be dealt with next episode, I think, because I'm going to set up a big mining system, and I'd rather route some of the stuff out of it later. So you should just be iron oxide and coal dust at this point. Yep. I'm going to take those. Separate out the coal, the iron oxide, as that'll be another thing that I can kind of put into my ore smelting. After all it's going to do is create iron plates. Where do I want to stick this? Now I should double check these belts will not stall. This only produces like, yeah, this is a pretty low amount of material. And the iron oxide is a tiny amount of material. So really it's the coal dust that is a significant factor on this belt. And for that, 0.5 times 24 ends up being 12. So that is okay because you end up, but this half belt will not be enough. So I need to do something with kind of doing a fake splitter here. Okay. So take the iron oxide off, put it onto the belt here. I'm putting 2 inserters there, even though I probably just need 1 because I don't want to... I don't want that belt to stall because an inserter swing was taking too long. Okay. Now, I'll just store it out. Yeah, I need to grab all the iron oxide that would have been caught. Now I need to sort out a merger. For a half belt worth of stuff. I think the minimum amount is like 8 inserters, but I'll add 10. Yeah, the minimum amount is actually 10 inserters, so that's okay. I will turn this into more steam. Actually, I should use... coal dust has a 2 megawatt value, so it's a little bit better than the raw coal, but not enough that it will keep a boiler fully fed. So I will use my existing blueprint. Sorry, it wouldn't keep it fully fed if I only gave it 2 inserters worth of capacity. So I'm going to use my existing blueprint to feed it 3 inserters worth of stuff, and then so I'll have to do something with this. Yeah, I'll need more solid separators. Probably at least 1 more. Okay. let me keep working on this problem first. The steam needs to be fed to the system with priority, so we'll use a top-up valve. Getting very concerned that I'm low on those. I'll have to find a way to recycle a few of them. Okay. So find a way to get rid of that ash belt, and I don't want to reuse this system. I think presumably eventually I will be making ash. Although actually I will need some ash for science in the future, so it is possible that I've overbuilt this solid separation system. And I'm kind of okay with that. I think that in the future I will have yet more coal being tapped elsewhere, and then I can bring the ash in from that. So yeah, I think I'm okay with that for the moment. But future me might have to figure out something better there. Why are you guys not putting out your ash? Where are you not putting out your ash? Oh, because you have no water. Water would be lovely to have here. Give you some water. Then, yeah. This won't be putting out a full belt of ash, I think. Total. If I consumed all of this. Let's see, 12? That's right, I already figured this out at some point. 12, and these guys can consume... not 12. Okay, let's put in one more. Which also means that I need to bring this over at some point, yeah. Follow the pattern. Okay. So this ash will need to be dealt with as a priority. For the moment, since I'm not actually using that line, I'll send it through here, but then future me will have to deal with this line. This line actually might be one that I can send over to use for automation science in the future. Yeah, this is flowing. This is all getting caught. It may not work in the future when I have more stuff there, but for now, it is going. This unblocks, great. This blocks at the right time. Let's put in a couple more inserters so it's never slowing down the system. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with the whole system overall. This is a massive amount of power that I can generate, which will all be consumed pretty quickly in the future. I think finally I'm going to call this an episode. This was about 2 hours of playtime. Hopefully it'll condense down to less than half an hour for you guys and be at least mildly entertaining. Thank you for joining me. See you later.